bodies. Oh, it's funny. You finna walk away. Oh, you finna walk away. You ain't got nothing to say now.
Like it's not.
You ain't got nothing to say? Stop doing this. Stop walking. Stop playing. Stop trying me. Stop doing this goofy stuff. I'm pregnant. I'm finna forget you.
All right, CO, start the show.
What up, CO Show Podcast. I am your host, CO, and today, Gigi's out. Julio's in. What up,
Yes,
Julio?
sir. Hey, what's going on, y'all?
We have an unfamiliar face here today, Miss Lavish.
Hey,
Lavish and Gigi have one thing in common. They have a few things, actually.
Actually, we have a lot in
They have a
common.
lot.
That's
I don't know why I said one.
one of many.
The immediate one is they're both from Ohio.
yes.
Gigi's from Dayton. She is from Cleveland.
Yes.
Cleveland got a good football team now.
Yes. Go Brownies. Woo woo.
You like Deshaun Watson?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. You don't know Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, no. I know he got a lot going on outside.
You
of
do?
the field. Yeah, I do.
That
know
don't bother you?
I mean, until he's proven guilty, no, it doesn't.
Okay, well, he's not going to be proven guilty because there are no criminal charges being brought up on him.
Well, great.
It's a civil suit. He has
Great.
23 women stating that, we won't get into that today, but they're stating that he improperly exposed himself and put them in a bad place sexually. Anyway,
That's unfortunate.
it is.
he's just showing them what he got to work with.
Must have been little. They're upset. Just kidding. Just kidding. Totally
Either that
kidding.
or
This shit just got
I
started.
kind of feel like somebody didn't get paid, like what they thought they were gonna get paid. That's kind of what I felt like in this situation. Because if 20 at the time it was 22, a 23rd person just got added like 2 weeks ago. Consequent the same week of them reporting to camp. And that was done on purpose, I'm sure. And the HBO special, two of the young ladies did an interview on HBO the same exact week. What I would say to them is, if you want to get your money, go try to get your money. He seems to be adamantly disagreeing and saying, I didn't do it. I'm not settling. I'm not paying. It's kind of weird for me because I'm just like, if he really didn't do it, this is the energy he would have. But if he really did do it, he has to be the dumbest brother ever. He just has to be. Anyway, and then I'm just like, if they did it, if the what is it? Not the prosecutors, but the
NFL?
DA. No, the DA. They did two different investigations, and both of them decided. It wasn't the DA. It was the Supreme Court? It was something like that. They both decided that they were not going to do criminal charges against him. They did not have enough evidence, and they weren't going to do it.
So it'll have been the DA, district attorney.
So that says a lot to me. I'm not well versed in that, but for them to say someone behind the scenes is pulling some really big strings, and they got deep pockets, or he's just really what he says he is, not guilty. I don't know. Anyway, you're from Cleveland.
Yes.
You go over to Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
I'm excited to see the Cleveland Browns, but we did a casting, and what we do, we basically do a mock interview, and we see who gels well and has a lot of personality. Gigi was there. I was there. Julio was there. And I always tell people I'm not looking for Gigi number 2. And the funny thing is, she's not Gigi number 2, but her and Gigi are damn near twins when it comes to the energy they have and the things they believe and the personality that they bring to the table.
Oh, I'm waiting to see what fucking hills you die on.
What?
She died on one. She dies on hills, and it just is what it is. But first story we're going to come out with, well, first we'll get the sad part out the way. A young brother named Trouble died, they say last night at 3 a.m. or 3:20 in the morning he was found. They said he was in Conyers in an apartment complex, Rockdale County. He was visiting a young lady, and he basically was shot allegedly by, I'm guessing the guy is her ex. They're not calling it like a love triangle,
Because they said he didn't know. That was the reason they're not calling it love triangle.
Yeah.
but the guy seems to be her ex guy, and he wasn't feeling it. It's either that or it was a setup of both of them.
I feel like it was a setup. It just all sounds so fishy. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like Trouble would be there with a gun on him or some type of something with him. And it's just, I don't know. It's just a little fishy to me. Like, I don't
don't necessarily go with that one because if he got, I don't know his past thing with the law, but if he has something where he can't carry a weapon, I don't see him riding around with it just for him to get pulled over to have it. I think it's more of an issue. Let's say it play out the way they say it plays out. It's a lover that won't give it up. That's the dumbest fucking shit you could possibly do. I'm gonna fight over you, but when I get locked up or killed, you're gonna go back to fucking this nigga. Now, I mean, in this case, obviously she can't because he's no longer here, unfortunately.
Right.
But you gonna spend life in jail behind a female or a person, because it could be the opposite way too, that has no intentions of ever wanting to be with you.
So did he beat her up before he shot him? Because that's where it tricks me out. Is like, did he sit there and watch the dude beat her up? Because allegedly she got beat up by the guy. So if he was there, did he watch the guy beat her up, or did he beat her up after he shot? Like, that's why I feel like it's a setup. Because I just feel like no man, or I don't know, like, it's gonna just sit there and watch. I mean, some might, but just sit there and watch a woman get beat up and then just get shot all the. I don't know. It's just so weird.
It could be a thing. A lot of dudes don't like to jump in other dudes' domestic stuff until it gets so far that let me break this shit up for he really fucking do it. Like, you might think you shouldn't do it, but he's shaking her. That's the most he's doing. Okay, cool. That's our fault. And then it goes to he's hitting her. Oh shit, let me step in. And that could have been what happened. He could have clocked the shit out of her before he had a chance to step in. Finally stepped in, and not only did she get her ass beat, but dude pulled a pistol on him and shot him.
Wasn't he in the car when he got killed?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Didn't they say he was in
That's
the
what
car
I heard
when he got
first.
shot in
He
his
was
chest?
on the car.
So to me, it sounds like a big setup. Like, honestly, it just sounds
Hearing you explain, because I promise you, I have not really been following other than big posts on the, seeing that I'm not reading all the stuff.
The most detail I've gotten, and it was the lady who spoke about it. She said that, well, the one who said it's not a love triangle, but it's a domestic.
Oh, the sheriff down there.
It's a domestic dispute.
Or chief
was
of
that he was found on the ground, but then other reports said he was shot in the car, and it could have been both. Like, he could have tried to hop out the car. I don't know. Like, he could have gotten shot initially, tried to get out to get to help or whatever, and he may have died like there on the ground.
Maybe he broke it up. Let's say he broke it up, right? Got back to his car, said, fuck this, I'm ready. Thinking the dude done love. He getting ready to leave. Dude went back to his car, grabbed his pistol, and shot him. I'm just playing these things out without knowing all the stories.
It's sad nonetheless, because these rappers just keep dying.
This was 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what's on your mind at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, he was definitely getting some.
If you was going to a girl's house at 3 a.m.
In Conyers
on top of it, and I don't know where he's from.
Yeah.
I just know he's from Atlanta, but I don't know what part. I don't know, the south side.
That ain't a trip you make unless you either live out there or go and get some ass.
Right.
You got to really want that too, depending on where you live. Because if you live out that way anyway, maybe it's not a big deal for you. But I live in Buckhead. And for me to go to Conyers, girl, please. If I'm tired enough, you couldn't even pay me to drive that far.
Facts.
And it just is. But I don't know. I don't know what side of town he lives on. But it was an unfortunate story for him, his family, for black men, period. For the black community. We have to do better. It's probably one of the reasons the whole thing with Thug and Gunna and them being charged with what they're being charged with, and all the crime that's happened in the city over the past couple of years. It's a sensitive subject. I don't want to really get emotional today about it. I see a lot of people saying free him, free Gunna, da da da. And if they're actually not guilty of what they say they're not guilty of, then yes, I think that they should be free. But I don't really know that. Police officers and FBI and the local state of Georgia, whoever they hire to do these investigations over the past 7 to 10 years or whatever it is, I don't think they're that stupid. Anyway, on to another story. Young black love. 35-year-old Michael B. Jordan was dating 25-year-old Lori Harvey. I did not know both of their ages. I thought they were actually closer in age than they are. Maybe there was like a 2 or 3 years.
After that last story, I looked at their ages. Yeah.
And it came out, I think, was it last night? Was it last night? Last night.
I think it was. Yeah, I think
Right
it was
before last?
I sent it as soon as I saw it. So it was sometime in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
The story came out that they broke up. And I think initially I heard about it before I ever saw the story. And I didn't really believe it. But then I saw it on TMZ and I was like, oh, if TMZ said it, then maybe it's true.
At this point, it must be true.
Right.
So they broke up, and I did not even know what they broke up over. And initially, I heard just in people talking that he wanted to be married, and he was ready to go all the way, and she wasn't. And what I read today was Lori Harvey reportedly wasn't ready to commit to Michael B. Jordan and still wants to have fun.
She is the future. She is our future. Like, y'all know how y'all got Future, like the rapper, like who don't, she's our future.
Oh, so she's the female version of Future.
Future, yeah.
So she's just ready to stack some more bodies. I mean, real talk, given their age difference, it actually made sense once I seen the 10-year difference. I was like, oh, he's at the point of I'm ready to be serious. He's the new term high value man. He's established. He has money. He has success. He can open doors. So she doesn't need to worry about any of that stuff that comes along with it. And he can give her everything she wants. Mm-hmm. And she is fucking throwing it out the door. Now, here it goes. Could it be other stuff and she's just saying she's not ready? Maybe he's not knocking it down the way he needs to. Because I got to think, for females, that's a big part of it when you got access to dudes who have everything else. Okay, well then shit. What about this, bro? Mm-hmm. I think that might have something to, it's something there. I don't know if that's it or what the case is.
Yeah.
Nor do I really care, but I'm just.
I mean, I agree. I don't know. I just also feel like her dad can do everything that any other man could do in her life. So it's kind of like, I feel like maybe she's not, I don't know. Maybe she just want to be Tatiana out here.
She has her own money.
Yeah.
She has plenty of deals. She models.
She has her own skincare line.
She's not like an Instagram model. She's a real, she really models.
She belongs to agency, a real agent. Okay.
And no disrespect to the Instagram chicks, whatever. She really works she models. She does runway shows for big companies. She has these ads. I've seen her, I want to say I've seen her in Neiman or Macy's on an ad. As far as, it wasn't a skincare, it was a perfume, I want to say. So she's getting to the bag on her own. I don't think it's about money. I think it could be exactly what they say it is she's 25. She still wants to hang out, be free, and have fun. She's not ready to walk down the aisle yet. And when I first read the age, I was like, oh, bro, even if I don't know what happened, I know what happened. She's 25. Yeah. You're 35. A 35-year-old man should not be entertaining any serious fashion a 25-year-old. Sorry. If you just if you want to beat and that's all you want to do, cool. You want to hang out, take trips, you ain't really being serious, cool. But even if she's well-traveled, her daddy got money, she got money, she's had great experiences, her brain is still 25 years old. And it's going to show up in certain areas of her life when it comes down to it. And that just is what it is. And she's living her life. I think marriage is a scary idea for some people. So who knows? Maybe she's at a point where she's like, I love him. I'm having fun. I just don't know if I'm ready to do that yet.
Then she shouldn't be dating him. I feel like if you're dating, they've been exclusively dating for a while now. Don't exclusively date if you don't have any long-term intentions, to me. That's how I feel. If I seriously be like, this is not going to go nowhere, I'm not going to exclusively, or I don't want to marry this man, I'm not going to exclusively date you. Because why am I wasting my time and your time? We can't get time back. That's the only thing we cannot get back in life. So I'm not going to waste it on what? Fun?
I was reading that they've never been on the same page about
I could believe that. They're in a different generation.
Well, I think honestly,
right? No.
Yeah, 10 years. Yeah. I think he took the right approach, wrong person. Because there are females who are ready at 25. Look at it. Neither one of them have kids, I don't think. She's successful in her own right. He's successful in his own right. And she doesn't have the baggage of having a baby daddy or nothing. So he can start that from scratch and be that first, husband.
If that's important to him.
If that's important. It seems like the fact that he's pushing, because I think they've been dating less than 2 years as far as exclusive goes, as far as we know. I think he took the right approach and wrong thing as far as everything we can see. I don't know the ins and outs. I damn sure don't research on them anyways. I think if things go the way it looks like it'll play out, she'll look back on it. If he's a good man the way he seems to be, she'll regret it, because now you're back in this pool Okay, she's the future, so she finna have a bunch of baby daddies because the opposite of the female version has those kids.
Yeah.
You can't get them shits to dudes.
Yeah.
Well, the difference though is, if Future was a woman, Future wouldn't have 7 or 8 kids. He'd probably have 7 or 8 abortions.
That's
would.
so rude.
I'm not bullshitting.
Actually, yeah, because at a certain point,
Then he would never have women.
because at a certain point, dudes don't.
I think men. Period. If it was up to men, there'd be a lot of situations where
Abortion be perfectly legal.
niggas was just running around having fun.
we wouldn't
and
be
it
arguing if we can get them or not, right?
Hell nah, we be giving them shits out at the gas station.
Like candy. Here you go. Free abortion. Free abortion.
Hey, you be in the car waiting, talking about this motherfucker said he was going to get an abortion. What the fuck is taking so long?
Girl.
Right at racetrack.
No, real talk. Like, I think that in future, he wouldn't have as many kids as he does if he could have an abortion on his own. I just don't think, or the plan B or whatever. I don't think so. I think that he was having fun with some of them, and he just so happened.
A little bit too much.
And he seems to be a nigga who does not like wearing condoms.
Yeah.
So, and that's a lot of people. It ain't a Future thing. It's a lot of people, men and women, who
Yeah.
just don't.
Fuck that. You better
It
strap
really
up.
Especially down here.
But I think it spoke to a bigger story, is what I was telling her is, we look at Lori and say she's 25. She's supposed to be having fun.
Okay.
Living her life, being young, wild, and free. Why is it only in our community that a 25-year-old man or woman, that's what's pushed on them? It's not family. It's go live your life, have fun, be young, wild, and free. You don't need to take nobody serious.
Usually in those situations,
Because she stated to me before, she stated to me that at 25, you don't know who you are and what you want. And for me, just because I'm black don't mean I'm 25 and don't know what I want. But it looks like because I'm black and the numbers say
you don't know what you want.
there's a lot of people outside of black people who are getting married before they're 25. And people can argue if they're happy, cheating. I don't care about none of that. They walked down
still
the
got
aisle and made it happen.
Yeah.
So for me, why are we the only race of people who seem to not grasp taking life serious and family serious before we turn 30 or 40 years
So
old?
let me ask this question before I get an answer. What is the age for that? From this until this? Obviously it's 25 and below, but at what point does that number change from y'all point of view before I give my answer to this? Like,
That people should be taking it serious?
yeah, that we're looked at as black people that should take it serious, young black men.
40, 38. I think black men now, we're looked at like we're really not taking things serious until we're like 38.
Based on the high value man thing, yeah. I agree with you, but here it goes. At 26 is when I made the change inside of me to say I'm going to change things up. It's actually the year I met my wife. And I still wasn't fully there, but I knew I had a different mindset the way I approached her. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to try to knock the next person down first. I'm going to wait and start dating and get to know you and not rush into things. Things didn't exactly play out that way. But nonetheless, my mindset had changed and it started a whole other changing slowly over time. So I can't say all black people because we're not monolithic, but maybe
we're not talking about every.
no. But what I'm saying, maybe she doesn't. Maybe it's right for her. Maybe she still wants to be young and free. I don't think it's.
I've taken it away from Lori Harvey. It's not about those people. It spoke to a bigger story of. It seems to be in our community, people are basically pushing women to.
We throw our babies to the
have
wolves.
fun.
Period.
Don't worry about family. You need to go out, travel, live your life, hang out with your girls,
I think 'cause
and
the
have fun.
I think because the generations before us were so built on get a family, get a good job, like that very straight, narrow path on what life should be. And now it's more like, no, do what you want to do and do what makes you happy. I also feel like a lot of people I'm about to be 30,
Yes.
so in my generation are also on that do what makes you happy, forget everybody else. If something isn't serving me happiness in any aspect of my life, I will drop it. I don't really care what it is. I don't care.
No, I want you to finish. I don't want to. I'm working on that, but I want to follow it up. Go ahead.
No, but I want him to go after you.
I would like literally drop it because at the end of the day, it's my life and I deserve to be happy. And I know everything doesn't make you happy all the time. I understand that.
Okay.
So it's not like oh, you made me mad. Forget everything. It's not like that. But if it's a consecutive pattern, like if I'm going to work every day and it's stressful and it's just too much, I'm going to quit because I don't care about this job enough to stay for me to be stressed out every day, stressing about life.
You care about your quality of life.
I care about my
more
quality
than you
of
care
life.
about paying bills.
Yeah. My bills still get paid by the blessings of God, always.
Oh, okay.
But
God was blessing people back in the day where we could just quit jobs.
Well, he is not.
So I'll say, and this is nothing towards you, but that mentality, and it's actually way worse than what you're saying. For a lot of people I see, they think, okay, if it ain't making me happy, I'm quitting today, whether it be work or relationship, and that's not the way fucking marriage works.
Yeah.
The moment your wife or husband, significant other, whatever they are, makes you unhappy, take a step back, figure out what it is y'all can do to work on it. It may not be this month, it may not be this year that y'all fix it, but you're giving up on shit because you think, oh, I just want to be happy. No, nigga, this shit is not all rainbows, lollipops, and sunshine.
But I think what she just said to you and me was, even if she has a job and it does not make her happy, she's quitting.
I'm saying that's one aspect. I'm talking the relationship. I'm talking about even with the job.
It is a job. It's work.
Yeah, but I'm not saying like off the bat, like I'm going to work for it. You know what I mean? Like I've stayed at jobs that I wasn't happy and I tried to work. I tried to change my attitude. All right, let me go in here with a more positive attitude. But sometimes you can't change certain things. You can't change things about people. So at some point you have to realize when it is time to just be like, okay, you know what, I'm done here, this is cool. But to your point, I think the problem is social media now. People take a step back from their relationship and scroll on social media and see all of these women who don't even look like that in real life, but it's appeasing to them and they're like, oh, okay, you know what, forget this, I could go get hurt because they think they can get these women in real life and they can't.
What stops me beyond the thing that I'm never walking out on my wife like that is stories from when he was dating, because he was dating more recent than me, and my other partner, he's dating and he's in the same age range we are. I don't need those stories. And what Gigi and everybody else who sat in your seat has said, them stories out there, it's horrible dating in any age bracket.
Yeah.
Especially in Atlanta, Georgia.
I think that, so like she said, social media has really messed up a lot of things, especially people's expectations of other people.
Reality.
It's not reality. Like, one of the biggest things I had to learn about social media was you put on makeup, like, when you go out, right?
Sometimes.
When you do your social media pictures, do you put on makeup?
I rarely wear makeup.
Do you do you use a filter?
Sometimes, but I rarely use a filter. I'm just.
I've seen women do their makeup for an hour.
Just to take
a picture
and use a filter.
I know, it's so weird.
I'm like, what was the point?
I don't understand.
I don't get that.
Because the filter gives them the 90%, the filter helps the extra 10. I don't know.
I don't know.
No, but I only say that because you've basically masked yourself twice.
Right.
You stood behind something twice to take a picture and post. So for me, it's just like, bro, you're really chasing that as like looking at social media and chasing something that's not even really real. Like, if you see some of these people in person, some people do look like their pictures.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, if I took a wet rag and I wiped somebody's face, that person does not look like the same person whatsoever. So people are chasing, I think men are chasing women that they see on social media, and you don't even know who she is. You don't know if she's a good person. You don't,
She could be a he.
Hell yeah, especially today.
Nowadays, I'll be like, she bad, but they out here doing
That's
it.
why when they talking, I'm trying to watch this.
I be looking at some of these females be talking about their guy, and then you see the guy talking like, you don't know he gay? Like, I can clearly see that shit. Like, his mannerisms tells me there's something different there, and you're making excuses for it because you like to ride around in whatever vehicle that is.
Yeah.
I think that what you got fucked up is some women don't care anymore.
Yeah, some don't care. You got me damned if you cheating on me with men and women. Oh, no. I ain't got time for that at all.
I was told, some women don't even care. I think that there's just such a shortage. I was told that they're openly knowing and still participating.
How the fuck that work? Like, your happiness is out the door because there's a lack of it. Maybe you're looking in the wrong places. Quit looking in the clubs for your husband because that nigga's not there.
And then I was told that not every woman wants to be married.
Yeah, not everyone wants to be married.
Then what are you seriously dating for?
Yeah.
That's not you, but I'm like, you out here talking about men ain't shit, and you seriously talking about you want to go on dates, but you don't want to marry. That shit don't add up.
I don't want to get married.
Really?
I mean, okay, maybe one day, but now I don't see marriage anywhere in my future.
Why is that?
Like when I was younger, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be married by 30. No, because like I said when I first met y'all, the dating pool is trash. It's literally I have yet to meet somebody that's been like marriage material. Husband material.
Really?
Yeah, like we all have qualities that we want in a person that would be, obviously we want loyalty, honestly, like that's all basic.
You have yet to meet someone with those.
No, I've met plenty of people with that, but that's basic. That should be basic in what you want out of a person. Like that should be automatic that they're giving you, to me, loyalty, honesty.
Can you tell me what you, again, what do you require in a man?
Okay, so I like a manly man, okay, period. I like a man that's going to you don't have to every time, but if we need the grass cut, you could do it. You could change the tire. You're going to pump my gas if we're in the car together.
Okay.
You're going to open my door. Not my car door, because we ain't got to be that old school. But I literally will be dating. Like, I went on a date with a dude, and it's like the door. If I get to the door before you, I'm going to just politely stand there and just wait until you get to the door. And he literally was like, you going to open the door? You gonna take me home now? Cause no, like, what do you mean? I like
a gentleman. All right.
Yeah, a gentleman. I'm looking for a family man, somebody who makes money. You all right? Somebody.
I'm waiting her to get to it.
What? I'm getting to it. Somebody that makes money. You don't have to be the richest. I'm not materialistic by any means necessary.
When you say make money, what's that at least bottom part? 50, 60, 70, 100, 150, 200?
At least what I'm making.
Okay.
At least what I make a year.
Okay.
I would have rather you go with the other one so I can go to a number, but okay.
How do you know if a guy makes what you make?
You talk to them about what they do. So, like, if he's an engineer, I can assume he probably is making more than me, which is great. But you know what I mean? Like,
you make it, trust me. Because even in my field, I'm in IT. That shit got a big range. And it has a big range.
They can make some great money in that too.
Yeah, and there's a lot of motherfuckers making $50,000 in Atlanta, Georgia, in IT. Trust me. I'm just telling you.
Touche. But I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. That's something you talk about though, right?
So the point was you want him to make what you make.
Yeah, at least.
Okay.
Like, I don't want you to be making $10 an hour because I'm a server and I don't even make $10
about 15?
an hour. I don't make $15 an hour. And I'm a server.
We're not asking you what you make. We're just asking you, is it okay?
And maybe because I'm a server. So I'm a server, so I make a lot of money.
Does his education matter?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to go to college, but as long as you graduated high school.
Really?
Yeah. Or GED. It's fine. I'm literally not like
I think you're just looking for somebody intelligent. The education is unimportant.
Yeah, it's like as long as I can have a good conversation with you, I'm very like, you have to stimulate my body and my mind. You can't just have a big dick and we just having great sex and then you're an airhead. Like, that's kind of like boo.
She said that she believes she wants a man. A man's job is to provide and lead.
Yes, I do believe that.
And I said to her, she said she doesn't know a lot of men who cut grass, change tires, and stuff like that, which is fine. So I said to her,
my generation,
her generation. So I said, well, why does he have to do those things if he makes a lot of money and he can afford to pay someone to tend to the grass? He can pay a nanny.
Because why are you paying all that?
Because here it goes. I have a friend. I have a friend. He is middle class, makes a decent amount of money between his work and businesses, and he literally pays somebody. And I get it; it's a thing because it really don't cost a lot to pay somebody to cut your grass relative to where you stay at most times. So that's a small thing, and it takes hours out of my day because if you got a front and backyard that's even decent size, that's still at least 2 hours between cutting it, taking your breaks for getting water, in the sun and all that stuff, edging it up, all that other stuff. I could pay somebody $50 a week, $100 a week, and I don't have to worry about that. As long as it gets...
She wants to see the man.
I just
do it
feel
himself.
like it's not even necessarily I need to see you do it, but I need to know that you can do it. What you call
Okay.
it?
Have the ability to do
Have
it.
the
So if
ability.
he knows how to do it, he don't ever have to do it.
Do it. I need to see you
Oh,
do
so
it.
now you didn't see it?
I need to see it done and then call whoever you need. Like if the toilet is clogged, I don't want to be waiting an hour when you could do it yourself. If my tire needs to be changed,
He
Oh,
wants you to be a plumber?
you could get the damn thing and
well, okay, so
What if that don't work?
that's what I'm saying.
we'll go to the professional
Because,
to do the bare minimum.
All right,
Try.
you been around niggas that can't plunge a toilet? Use a plunger?
I mean, at this point, I don't know. I feel like men can't really do much.
I don't know these niggas you dating, because, ma'am, I
Well,
could
she's
do
30.
everything.
I'm 30, so it's a different generation.
So what age group are you?
Do I date
swimming-
in?
Like, yeah.
Oh, I date 30 and up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they got to be at least your age or older.
Yeah.
So them young bucks don't got a shot.
Some of them be fine though. But it's like what do we really like? Okay, maybe if they're like 29, 20, but like other than that, younger than that, what do we have in common?
Did you have a child?
Yeah.
And
I mean, they might have a child, but that's another thing. If you have a child, I have to talk to your baby mama. I have to talk to her.
what do you need to talk about? Tell me more.
How good of a father he is. I can't stand no deadbeat.
You can't go off that because I know plenty of dudes that are fighting for custody of their child.
And that's true.
And the mother was...
You should never.
And that's true.
I think
But
you can.
if you are like if my child's father's girlfriend wanted to talk to me about how of a father he was, I would give my honest like
That's you.
But you don't
Right.
want him either.
ew.
Okay. And yeah, but what I would say to you is there's a lot of situations where they may not have ended well.
I don't need no drama.
So
You gotta have a good relationship. I need good co
Hold on. Here it goes. He can't control
You
a
can't-
mistake. Let's say a mistake, not the child, but dealing with that woman. He can't control that mistake of dealing with that woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't control how she's going to want to talk to you or deal with you.
Yeah.
I can't control my reaction to her disrespecting
I
you.
know a lot of men though who have great co-parenting situation. Like I know a lot of men who have full custody of their kids as well. So like, I just feel like if you're a good parent, like no matter how bitter she is at you, I feel like you can't deny that he takes care of his kids. You could say anything you want. He don't come pick him up when you want him to, but do he take care of his kids? Do he come see his kids? Do he get his kids? But then also dating somebody. But then also dating somebody you gonna know if they have their kids all the time
Yeah.
or some of the time.
That's why I would never talk to someone's ex to figure out who they are. Like, that's
Your baby
not-
mama is different.
No.
This not.
That's
This,
the last
this
person
is
to
the
talk
person
to.
you're dealing with forever.
Like, yeah, but a lot
Or
of
at
times,
least 18.
a lot of times when you have a child with someone, a woman wants that situation to work, and when it does not work, she's probably not the happiest person about the situation.
That's
Some
okay.
people may feel the way you feel, like, ew, like I don't really want to ever go back there in life. But there's a lot of people who do,
That's
or did want it to work. So they may not have the best things to say about them. I don't really. You can do what you want to do. I'm just telling you.
I also feel like it depends on how old your child is. If the child is 3 and under, I feel like those feelings would still be relevant. But I feel like if your child is 9 or 10
But what if
and
they
you
were together
still
for
that
8
damn
years?
bitter, well, what you still that bitter for?
we
Then
really-
I don't want you.
Off his baby mama being bitter.
Yep, because that means it's gonna come with drama. I don't want no drama. If you don't have a good co-parenting relationship with your baby mama,
Girl, you gonna be single.
yeah, I know.
Damn, that pool just got smaller. I thought it was small with Gigi's pool. This shit just got really
I
small.
got a kiddie pool. I know.
Oh no, she's sitting right next to you in something smaller than a kiddie pool. And it's nothing wrong. I'm not saying Gigi does not deserve the guy that she has talked about on here. I think she can find him. I think she gonna be looking a while.
I'll teach you as a man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot.
Well, that's great. She found him.
Yeah.
See, stand 10 toes on what you want.
Okay.
All right.
I also have the belief that people rant and rave about certain things that they want, but I think what they actually accept don't be the shit that they
same.
say that they
For
want.
sure.
I think that I just don't. I think
mean,
people lie. And I'm not talking about Gigi. I just think in general, I think sometimes people lie. And they act like they're getting something and they're really not.
They're lying to themselves.
But sometimes it's okay to settle.
For certain things.
Like what?
Like looks or how they dress. I think moral things that you feel strongly like morally about, it's never okay to settle. But like on
So you're
like
big on morals.
like physical or things that can easily be changed. Like okay, if I met a dude and he's a great dude, but he only makes $15, we can change that. We can get you a better job. We can work. But if you are a father and you're just a bad dad and you never see your kids, we can't change that. And you can if you decide you want to go to court. But most men be like, oh my God, it costs so much. It takes so long. They make excuses.
Make $15 an hour.
They make excuses. That's an excuse. Like I said, they make excuses, and then they don't want to put in the work and the money to actually see their kids.
Maybe you should help out.
What?
Put some money in.
I ain't giving. We need some. I'll take you out, but I ain't just giving you no money in your hand. We need some investment, some time, and something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I'll take you out, but
how long do you have to know a guy for him to like fly you out, like to another state or some maybe another country?
Oh, another country? I'm gonna have to know you for like a little while, maybe like
Question:
couple months.
Is there a difference in where you go, whether you get where you consider getting flued out? Like, is LA a difference between New Orleans or
no? If you pay for my flight and you pay for everything, you flew me out.
So Miami is well within that range.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get Gigi back in that fucking seat. I was just waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Oh, come on back, Gigi.
That clip will be used.
Oh yeah, buddy. Getting flued out to Miami.
Flued out. I told y'all, if you get on a plane
And it's paid for by someone
and
else.
it's paid for by the guy and not you,
You got
it's being
flued out.
flued.
Gigi gonna make your ass sit right here next time.
Hey man.
Oh my
There's about
God.
time some people just start telling the truth, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, it don't matter where you go. If they pay,
You know what though? In this new, it's really weird because the generation that I'm in, women worked really hard, and they're still working really hard for their independence, to be able to make their own decisions, to be in to make equal pay in the workplace. And it seems like your generation and in the 20s and the 30-year-olds, they kind of looked at the women in my generation and said, I don't really want to work that hard. I just want to live life, be happy, and have fun. So I ain't really doing all that to try to do that. Let me go find someone who will finance my lifestyle.
I feel like it's also where you're located at. Like that financing my
We're located in
lifestyle is
Atlanta right
very heavy much in Atlanta. Like in Cleveland, like
Niggas ain't, well, the money may not be there.
the money is there, maybe not legally, but the money is definitely in the city. But it's just like we are very like we gonna do it. We work hard. We make money. Like I was saying, like we don't just sit at the bar. Like I've seen numerous of times in Atlanta and wait for somebody to come buy our meal. Like we just, I don't know. That's weird. I see it here. I don't know. It's something I'm not used to.
What? Waiting on somebody to buy you a meal?
Or just any of that, like even tricking. Like we don't. It's some tricks in Cleveland, but it ain't like how it is out here. Like
I will say
they literally just pay you to kick it. Here you go.
When I moved here, I will say, and we can end it on this. I went to a club with my uncle, and he likes to party. And I remember seeing this young lady who was absolutely beautiful. Like she looked like Fancy on the Jamie Foxx show.
Okay.
Beautiful. She was at the bar, her and her girl, and I was sitting at the bar. At that time, I used to drink. But I think I was just sitting there waiting on my uncle to finish doing what he's doing. And this guy comes in, and he had to be maybe 400 pounds, maybe 450, like huge. He was like, he just looked sloppy, whatever. And for me, I was like, okay, whatever. So he comes in, sits down, and this woman runs over to him and throws her arms around him, and she's like super excited. And I'm like confused, like, that's her dude? So my uncle said, you just learned your first lesson of Atlanta. And I'm like, what's that? He said, he pays her to be with him. I said, hold up. Women will go with the nigga they do not find attractive just for some money.
I won't.
No, but it happens.
I know.
So that's not a North Carolina thing from where I'm from. Like, and it's got to be the bigger cities that it happens in. And maybe it happens in some smaller cities, but the bigger cities definitely do it a lot. I don't know if it's just hard to make it. You want to live a certain lifestyle. You don't really want to work that hard. It was my first time seeing that. And for me, because I would never go sit down and eat with somebody I didn't find attractive or somebody that I wasn't interested in.
You wouldn't even got my number.
Like, I can't even understand that, but that's a big thing here.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I didn't hear about that shit. Like dudes getting put in the phone like as meals. Like I didn't hear about that till I was long past dating, but until I got to Atlanta, because I'm from Savannah. I'd never heard of no shit like that. I heard of the girl going out and it just not working out, but I never heard of she specifically put him in there to buy her food.
Yeah, these girls when we was in college, we knew. And on their refrigerator in their apartment, they had a list of guys' names and what they basically used them for.
College is different. You struggling.
I've seen that happen one time. I've seen that happen one time in college.
They weren't in college. I was in college.
Oh.
They were just in Atlanta.
Got it.
Like, they weren't in college at all. So for me, I was like,
Dang.
I just thought, like, because I'm not into using people, and we got to wrap this up. I'm not into using people, and I thought it was one of the worst things in the world. But Atlanta taught me people do a lot of things for money. Money's powerful. And it just is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, let them know your Instagram and where to find you.
You can find me at Jessica_Lavish. I'm really only on Instagram, so that's it. Sorry.
It's all good. You can find me at JULIOATL_, and you can find the show at the CO Show Podcast right there at the bottom of the screen.
And I'm CO. You can find me at the.co.show. Again, that's at the.co.show. We out.
Peace.